the Varnam. Now we come to the most exciting part of a Bharatanatyam recital. The Varnam, the pace, the resistance, the test for the training, the capacity and the stamina of the dancer. Whenever we go to a Bharatanatyam recital, we tend to ask, what is the Varnam today? Without the weight of the Varnam, there seems to exist a void in the Bharatanatyam recital. What then is so important about the Varnam? The very word means form, color, picture, variety of thala, description, and so on. It has all aspects of dance, nritya and abhinaya maintained in a beautiful balance. After the adavus during the training period, we saw the alaripu, where the dancer literally warms up to the simple movements, and then the jatiswaram with its corveys or pure dance sequences. The shabdam brought to us the meaning of the gestures. Now in the Varnam, we have both movement and the gesture language. Firstly, let us look at the musical structure of a Varnam, a chart. It has two divisions, the Purvanga and the Uttaranga. The Purvanga is the first half, where we have the Pallavi, Anupallavi, Muktaiswara or Chittaswara. In the Uttaranga, the second half, we have Charana, also called Ettukadai Pallavi, another name is Upapallavi. Secondly, Charana Swaras or Ettukadai Swaras. You will understand this when we do the demonstration. Usually, for dance, the theme of the Varnam is based on Shringara or love, the Nayika, Nayaka, Bhava, the love of the lady for her beloved. It extols the greatness and qualities of the Lord, who is either a god or a king. Sometimes there is the friend, the messenger, the go-between. The heroine expresses her love and devotion, and then her sorrows at the separation, and how the arrows of Cupid torment her. Sometimes she addresses her Lord directly, or sometimes she adorns herself with jewelry and flowers and waits for her Lord. The Varnam usually ends on the note of the heroine calling the Lord to her, or asking her friend to go and bring him to her, or with the idea, may the Lord shower his blessings on her and protect her, or maybe with the joyful hope that he will come. Rarely or nowhere does it end on the note of pathos. Too much of it, weeping and anger, are not depicted. Natya Shastra speaks of a sense of propriety and prudishness in the performed attitude. Anything vulgar and destructive was not depicted. That is why grace and propriety were insisted upon. It may be that what is done on the stage does not happen in actual life. Yet still, for the sake of charm and beauty, instead of representing it in the actual manner, the dancer should convey the emotions and ideas in the proper style. Finally, the directions were left to the dancer to convey the ideas and emotions of the world. After all, the final authority are the spectators who react to the artist. There are different types of Varnams: the Padavarnam, Tanavarnam, Swarajati, Ragamalika, songs to which dance is choreographed in the Varnam style. The Padavarnam is most suited to Bharatanatyam because the song has more words or sahitya and the accent is on Shringara. It begins with a slower tempo or Chaukakalam, like a Kirtana, and in the second half, after the Charanam, it is accelerated. The Muktaiswara and Charanaswaras have words or sahitya lending themselves to Abhinaya, which you will see in the demonstration. The Tana Varnam, we have less of words and is of a faster tempo or Madhyamakalam. Now we come to the dance choreography. For your demonstration, I have chosen 3 pieces. That is a Ragamalika Varnam, a Swarajati and a Padavarnam. Now for the dance structure. The first line or the Pallavi is sung and the dancer is standing at Samapada. And then she begins with the neck movements, the Adami. After striking her feet with the lead Talangu Takatadinginatom, she begins the Tirmanam or a Jati. That is a pure dance sequence. A Tirmanam is nothing but just a Jati, maybe a little longer. And usually in a Varnam, the first Tirmanam is called the Trikala Jati. Trikala, that is you have all the 3 speeds. The first speed is established and the second and the third follow in proportion. In today's Varnam, that is the Ragamalika Varnam, by the Tanjore Quartet in praise of Lord Brihadishvara of Tanjore, which is in the Rupaka Tala, that is 1, 2, 3. The Trikala Jati is choreographed to this time cycle, and after the Jati, the dancer performs the hand gestures for the first line. So I will do the very first line of the Ragamalika Varnam, where the dancer says, "Oh Lord, I am thinking of you always." Then expansion of this, "Beloved Lord, you only, no other, I am thinking of." The expansion as we go on with the emotion and the idea is called the Sanchari Bhava, which you will see later on. The Swarajati is like any other Varna, with the Pallavi, Anupallavi and so on. But the unique quality is, we have Shollu or drum syllables, Swara and Sahitya in the Chitta Swara, in the Charanam and the Charana Swaras. Now for example in the Husaini Swarajati, Ta Ri Ta Kuku Jum Tari Ta Ri Ta, set to the raga. Then for this there is Sahitya or the words Ne Ne Mu Tidavachite. So you have the Swara and the Sahitya. Now the Charanam. Ri 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 ga ma pa ma ga ri ni sa ri ga ma pa ma ga ri sa ni sa ri ga ma ga ri sa ri. Now for this there is Sahitya or the word Au le ra. And after this the Charana Swaras. Ri ga ma pa ma ga ri pa ma ga ri sa. And for the Sahitya. This is the unique quality of the Swarajati, which you will see in demonstration.
Ta re ta kuku jam tari ta ka jam jam dari kita ta ka ta. Jam jam dari kita taka jam dari dari jam dari takadi nu takita ta papa basa sa sa ni da ni sa gari sa ni sa di ni da pama takada jam dari kita taka diki diki takadi mitu takadi dalangu takada diki tadonge man ya Vachite kanukatyam puchu keluvuna moga moraka atu trepite iti mirata guna nagyanchi piginchi sinu kaugida jerchukoni nadi mida nannu talimpuju mari mari pagarutunani kani kasarataru idi melu melu ganadana magunaye ya nada re ga ma pa ma ga re ni sa re ga ma pa ma ga re sa ni sa re ga ma ga re sa re ga ma pa ma ga re ni sa re ga ma pa ma ga re sa ni sa re ga ma ga re sa re ga ma pa ma ga re sa re ga ma pa ma ga re sa ni sa re ga ma ga re sa re ga ma pa ma ga re sa re ga ma pa ma ga re sa ni sa re ga ma ga re sa paulera ninne bayanante vadi nijam panuchu valachite gadara ipudu telisenu ragaulera ninne bayanante vadi nijam panuchu valachite gadara ipudu telisenu ragaulera నిన్నే బాయనంటివది నిజం వనుచు వలచితే గదరా ఇప్పుడు తెలిసెను రగౌలేరా నిన్నే బాయనంటివది నిజం వనుచు వలచితే గదరా ఇప్పుడు తెలిసెను రగౌలేరా నిన్నే బాయనంటివది నిజం వనుచు వలచితే గదరా ఇప్పుడు తెలిసెను రే గమ పామగరి రే పామగరి మగరి సగౌలేరా నిన్నే బాయనంటివది నిజం పను అనుచు బలచితే గదరా ఇప్పుడు తెలిసెను రఘులేరా.
In the Swarajati, you saw the heroine saying to her lord, enough of your pranks, please go. It ended on that note. Now in the Padavarnam, you shall see the Chittiswara with its Sahitya and then the Charanam. Before the Charanam, a small Jati to introduce the Charanam. There is no Charanaswara here. The Charana here is Shringara Shruti Laya Bhavame. And after the Charana, you have the Charana Swaras, maybe 3 or more. But today for demonstration, I shall do just one for you, one Swara and the words going with it. So, here it is addressed to the Mother Goddess. She is the personification of Shringara, Shruti, Laya, Bhava. Please protect me, O Mother. That is the note this Padavarnam ends on. It is a composition of Vidwan Madurai and Krishnan in Todi Raga and Aditala. Before we begin the session on Abhinaya, we shall see the usages of a few double hand gestures. Abhinaya Darpana is a very popular text referred to frequently by the dancers. And you are also aware that the Angika Abhinaya has the Anga, major limbs, Pratyanga and Upanga, the minor limbs. Pratyanga, we have shoulders, arms, stomach, back, thighs. Upanga, eyes, eyelids, pupil, cheeks, nose, lips, teeth. We have already seen the single hand gestures and their uses, and the double hand gestures. Now, Anjali, salutation, universal greeting, worshipping the gods, meditation, worshipping the teachers, the gurus, salutation to them, greeting the equals, kapota, dove, pigeon. To say a secret. To hide. During play, and also to hide in fear. To tease. To show fear itself. Mischievous. Karkata, crab-like. Together. Stomach. Conch, to blow the conch. Sorrow, Nayika is depressed. Forest, also garden. Boredom, to stretch oneself. Pushpaputa, basket of flowers. To show arati during worship. To drink. To offer, maybe a gift, maybe a fruit. Flower worship. To gather, that is to gather together, something that has fallen. Utsanga, embrace. Armlet, a jewel on the arms. Humility, shy. Katakavardhana, coronation. That denotes the crown. Wedding, worship, Matsya, fish. Eyes like a fish. Garuda, bird. A bird in flight. These are a few of the double hand gestures with their uses. It might be useful for dance artists and scholars to see a chart on the selective literature on dance. In Sanskrit, dates are approximate. We all know about the Natya Shastra of Bharata, 200 BC or 200 AD. Aumapatam, they say Shaivagamas, 700 AD. Vishnu Dharmotram, the author they say is Vedavyasa. Abhinava Bharati of Abhinava Gupta, the famous commentator, 1000 AD. Dasharupaka of Dhananjaya. Sangeeta Ratnakara, Sharngadeva, 12th century. Sringara Prakasha of Bhojaraja, that's a very useful work. Natya Dharpana, Ramachandra Gunachandra. Of course, we come to the Abhinaya Darpana. All of us practically follow it. Bharatarnava, both Nandikeshwaras, about 7th and 12th century. Nritta Ratnavali of Jaya Senapati, 13th century. Pratapa Rudriyam is a very useful work indeed. Sahitya Darpana, 14th century. Nrityadhyaya of Ashokamalla, that's a very useful work again. Balarama Bharatam of Kartik Tirunal, we come to the 17th century. Sangeeta Saramratam of Tulaja. You have already seen the chart on Adavus. It is interesting to see a chart on the selective literature on dance in Tamil. The Sangam period, dates very approximate, 400 BC, 200 AD, Tolkapyam, Kutanul, Panchamarabu, Attrupade. And of course the Silapadikaram, 200 AD. Tirumantram of Tirumular, Bharata Senapatiyam, Adiyarka Nallar, the great commentator. We come to the 12th century. Tiruvilayadal, Paranjoti Munivar. Periya Puranam, Shekkirar. Mahabharata Chudamani, another name, Abhinaya Darpana Vilasam by one Somanaryan. Then we have another useful work, Natya Shastra Sangraha, translated from Marathi manuscripts. We have in Sanskrit and Tamil. That was fascinating, was it not? But we have so much more to learn. Until next time.